giving it as the attention as it should deserve. And we're trying to build a platform to encompass all art, all entertainment, all music, all the areas that are ignored in a sense, either by the school system, communities, anything. So we're trying to reestablish that and give people a place to shine.
That's right, because I heard recently, correct me if I'm wrong, they actually did cut funding from the art itself. Like,
Yeah.
you know, they're not trying to let everybody pursue it, I guess, and like fund it, which makes it harder. It was already hard, you know. They had the whole thing like starving artists. It's hard to make money off your art. It doesn't matter if, you know, visual, music or just anything. But so how'd you guys start? Like, what made you guys, like, let's say, like, how'd you come up with the name?
Nah, I don't want to take all the credit, but basically Artifesto came from the idea of artists manifesting within themselves. And so with that being added, it kind of brought the essence of like bringing nothing but raw art, you get me, without any limitations. Because we used to host a show called Full Circle Show, where it was a little bit like more like organized and centralized towards the community. But this event itself, Artifesto, is more centralized on the artist himself, you get me, challenging the artists and encouraging them to pursue, like, to kind of break boundaries, you get me, within art by giving them an entire platform to do that. So that's when the name Artifesto came to be, because it was art and manifestation put together, and it just rolls off the tongue, you get me? And so that's where the name came to be. Yeah.
That's dope. I mean, it's good thing that you guys you know, are doing this, especially like you mentioned. I don't know if you guys are familiar with also Boa Heights. They have like there's like groups against other groups, pro and against gentrification, and it's the same thing. You know, they're over here trying to like get more businesses or just get different occupants, different with different income to come in and just kind of take over, and that's slowly gonna like the art has always been here. Like Boa Heights is known like for its murals, for its artists, like Chicano art.
And that's the thing that you're saying. We want to build with the community and not on top of it.
Exactly.
We see other businesses taking advantage of talented artists, talented musicians, performers, but we want to grow with them rather than liquidate their talents and take money from them in that sense and just leave them wayside. But we're trying to grow with them. If they participate in one of our events or participate in any charity event, anything that we put on, we want them to come back, reoccurring. Anything they put in, they get back. We're not pushing you out, we're encompassing you and bringing more people, inviting the entire community. Any community that we touch, any community that we build with, we're trying to have repeated business, repeated community growth. And that's essentially the entire essence of Artifesto. We don't want to deviate or leave anybody out. If it encompasses art even a little bit, come aboard. That's the whole dream. That's the whole idea.
Good shit, bro. You're on it today.
Nice. No, I mean, any mission that you have that kind of passion behind it, that kind of mentality, you know, it's always something good to pursue. It's always good to put it out there, especially right now, whoever's watching, you know. I don't know, is it just limited to the people in the area?
Oh, no. We welcome all artists from all platforms, from all areas. We actually have artists coming in from, like, Texas to, like, showcase, you get me? Just because, like we said, we feel like there are people providing a platform like this, but I feel like people aren't providing it.
They use and then they throw them wayside. And if they want to get them back for another show, it's either awkward tension because they had awkward spending, or they needed something that wasn't mutually beneficial. It helped one side, which is the company.
So we, with that being said, we don't limit where the artists are from the area, because we feel like we're all in the same. Like, art has no region or no area. It's all art nonetheless, you get me? And that's what we're trying to encompass, and that's what we're trying to emphasize on. That, like, no matter what medium you're doing, like, art is something that, like, needs to be emphasized in its own platform, so that, like, it can help not just the person himself grow, but the community all together.
And do you guys have a physical location, or is like you guys pick different venues? Different
venues. It's different pop-ups for the October 14th Artifesto that we're coordinating. That one's going to be in Chuco's Justice Center. It's a venue that we've used years prior to it, but what's different about this year is that we're actually using the entire venue itself. So it's a giant warehouse. We're filling it top to bottom.
Yeah, I remember somebody messaging me about it, that this was gonna be really like a big one. You know, it's
Our
pretty
biggest,
much
our biggest one yet.
yeah, pretty much all your hard work being like put in one place.
Exactly.
Is it only one night show, or is it gonna be?
Yeah, it's a one-night event. It's the way that Artifesto is. It's we do it pop-up style, where like it's a one-night event. It's either you were there or you weren't. You get me? To show support, to show that people get out of the way to like actually support the artists and everyone involved in this community effort. Make it one night, pop up. Like I said, you were there, cool. You get to celebrate. You get to be
You guys
part of
better
that
be
movement.
there.
And if you're not, then you're gonna hear your friends talking about it, and you're
That's
gonna
right.
regret not going.
You
That's
guys
what's gonna
better be
happen.
there. No, it's awesome. I mean, a lot of us. I mean, I'm an artist. That's how this all started. Like, I was a graph writer, and then I started painting. And you know, I would think about it. I'm like, you know, somebody should do something like this. Somebody should do that. But I never thought to, oh, I'm gonna go do it. You know, because an artist, I'm like, oh, I want to paint. I want to do this. It was never like, oh, I'm gonna go do like a whole organize everybody and have them showcase their work, which is what you guys are doing. You know, as you guys thought about it, and then now you're all. How many years have you been doing this?
Well,
3 years.
Like it's been for 3 years, but like the whole like the original one has been since I was like 17 or 18. So that's what. I'm old now. That's like 7 years ago. It's been for 7 years that like all these events have been coordinated. But it came from that same thought process of like I'm an artist and like I want to see things happening. You get me? But no one was providing these things. You get me?
That's right.
And so it just takes that one person to
That
like
one
take
initiative
initiative,
move.
and that's it. That's all it is. And after that, it manifests all around it, and that's all it is. If you build it, they will come.
Yeah,
go.
exactly.
There you go. If you build it, they will
I
come.
guess it's also, you know, as artists, or I met many artists who aren't as, you know, confident enough to go and do, like you said, I'm going to host this event and have everybody come by. It was more like, oh, I'm going to go be part of another art exhibit and just kind of show my work, which is fine. I mean, everybody has their own thing. But if you're somebody that, you know, wants to kind of like follow in your steps, do you guys have members, or can people join, or like certain management team or interns?
I mean, we are growing. Like
We are growing,
Yeah.
and in a sense, I can say personally, I'm not an artist. I don't paint. I don't do music. This guy does all the stuff. I'm essentially the guy that wants to create everything, and I see everything externally, and I want to hone it and bring it all together. The fact that he is an artist, Diego, my man, is an artist, he sees that vision even quicker. And when I see it, I go, okay, I know how I can expand that. And together, this partnership just works. You don't have to be an artist to see art. If you envision something, or if you're moved, or you feel something, you're moved by something that you see at an event, a painting, a sound, a touch, anything, expand on that. Inquire about that. See who's in charge. See the organizers. Get involved. If it's free,
exactly.
come
and then with that
through.
being said, about us like taking on team members, because that's what you're asking, right? Like people who feel
Yeah,
inspired to like want to
it's
do
just like
that.
whoever's watching, you know.
It's honestly one of those things where like we welcome everyone. That's what Artifesto is kind of like trying to become a support system. You get me? It's trying to support artists and people who are just trying to like better the community and grow with us. You get me? And just not with us, but with the community itself. And so we always welcome everyone to help. Right now, we actually have like 3 or 4 people that are volunteering to help us with this next festival coming up. And like, if anyone's interested, I mean, you guys are more than welcome to like join along and kind of like, you know, learn from what we're doing, and you know, like eventually take that and kind of just grow with it as well.
There you go, guys. You guys heard it.
So you guys are
straight
welcome.
from them. Like I said, I would just see the Instagram page, so I've never met them in person. And if you guys also, this is Artifesto.
Feel free to follow us. I know it's not over, and I'm gonna shamelessly
no,
promote it.
no.
I'm gonna shamelessly promote it
No,
afterwards.
this is what it's about. This
But,
is what so people and everybody tuning in, you know, there's always people in and on and off, because since the web show, you know, the web, it's a different. It's not like TV where it's one thing.
Yeah.
It's a million things. So there could be like thousands of people watching at one point, and then there's like
And then
2
it's like
people, and
2
then like
people.
10.
Those 2 people, we love you.
And no, we got more than that. Trust me. That's why. What about? Do you say you have music?
So basically, Artifesto is consisting of 50 plus artists, 40 plus
50?
vendors. Yeah, we've been.
This is
working overtime.
huge, guys. You guys better go.
And,
this didn't happen overnight.
It didn't happen overnight. Oh my God.
And this seems like a
What
lot.
is sleep? So 50 plus artists, 40 plus vendors. We have food vendors, both regular and vegan, because we do know
There
that
you go,
there are
for
vegans
you
out
vegans.
there. We're looking out for you. We're gonna have things like from live tattooing to like DJs up on fucking pedestals. Like it's just gonna be. It's just something, like I said. It's Artifesto. It's an art manifestation with no limits. So what we're doing is
That's what it sounds like. No
literally,
limits
like,
right
just
here.
throwing everything in there. We gotta. Oh no, I'm not gonna spoil too much.
Yeah,
I'm
we
like,
wanna
let me
give
not
too
spoil
much,
too much
but-
because there's so much going on in this show and it's so tight. But I guess if I can't promote anything, is first 100 people that show up, we're giving away stickers, posters. What else are we giving out? Stickers, posters. I think that's the gist of it, right? But it's all limited edition, so that's magic.
No, that's awesome. I mean, and where is this next event at? Where can people?
This next
do
event.
people buy tickets online?
It's all at the door. We're trying to just make it all like right there on the spot. The same concept of like you were there, you got it. If you weren't, and so that's the next venue, or the venue that we have right now, is it's in Inglewood. It's Chuco's Justice Center. It's right behind the Inglewood Cemetery.
1137 East
1137
Redondo
East
Beach
Redondo, yeah.
Boulevard.
There you go.
What about parking wise?
Parking wise?
It
There's
will
plenty of
not
parking.
be an issue.
No,
oh
no.
my God, we got so lucky.
Exactly.
There's like
That's always the
miles
problem
on
with
miles of
venues, dude.
spots.
So I'm happy that this venue luckily has parking. It has parking all the way down because Metro's actually building a rail through it. So this is like one of the first to last events that we're going to be throwing in this venue, because unfortunately Metro bought this venue out. And when you guys go to this venue, you're going to see how beautiful this venue is. Like, saying it's beautiful is like a total understatement. It's amazing. It's ginormous. It's like essentially a giant warehouse, but with like 3 warehouse rooms in it. You get me? So they're all painted top to bottom. They have muralists that came in there to paint everything. And the best part about it, it's also a center that is there to help the community in general. You get me? It's anti-police, so police can't step in there. So if you need help in that sense,
that's good. That's good.
it helps with that. It also works as a youth school. You get me? For like troubled youth.
Definitely,
it actually
you need
gives
more
them
than that.
exactly.
More of those. Yeah.
And so
but
yeah,
now you said they're taking it.
October 2018 is like when they're out. You get
Are
me?
they gonna provide a different place for this?
Unfortunately, they just gave them funds to go find another place,
okay.
but they're not helping with other places. So if anybody knows giant warehouses, contact us so we can relay the message. Because like I said, that center is something that has helped so many people. You get me? And that's why we continue to return to this venue to like do events, just because we acknowledge how like special this is to the community. You get me? And so by participating with that, we intend to like attract that same energy and that same genuine intention of like giving back to the community by working with the community.
That's right. I mean, yeah, just don't take. You gotta try to take and give something back.
No, of course.
And it's also so right now you guys have been promoting it all over LA, right? I see that you guys were at
We tried the
Primera
touch.
Taza. Shout outs to Primera Taza.
Yeah, shout outs to DJ One. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to help out with that event. Yeah, he's been doing that event for a while, and so this year, since we're establishing ourselves, we decided to take it upon ourselves to kind of like sponsor the event and help them kind of set it all up. And luckily, we were blessed enough to be given that opportunity. So it was a beautiful experience. Events like those are like the events that like give you so much hope when there's like so much like crap going on. You get me? Like when when you get so much bad news, it's good to feel this sense
That pick
of like,
me up.
Huh?
That pick me up.
Yeah, it's that pick me up. But it's that pick me up that like it could either inspire you to like, you know, have a good day, or it can inspire you to like devote your life to making everything better. You get me? In the community. So it's those events. I know people probably know what I'm talking about. When like you go to something and you feel inspired.
What did Pac say? He said, "Spark the he'll guarantee." I forgot. Are you guys Tupac fans?
I am, but I can kind of like get the sense
the
of what
quote,
you're
but
saying.
yeah, he said he may not be the change or something, but
he'll be the spark to it. Yeah,
and that's what you guys are doing. You never know who's watching, who's going to your events. You know, the next Picasso, the next Gauguin,
exactly,
the next MC.
And like I said, and to add to that, and to add to what you were saying earlier about like the school systems cutting those fundings, like we won't even be able to find that if platforms like these aren't made. You get me?
Exactly.
And so it's like we're the type of people that like we don't want to wait for these things to be made, because we know that if we can do it ourselves, we'll make it happen, because we know that the long-term benefit for everyone that's involved in it and everyone who wants to grow is far more marvelous than just having to wait for it to happen.
Yeah, definitely. You wanna put in?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm over here passion on the mic.
No, this is what it's about. This is what the Eskwilax are is about. Will we go?
I mean, just
Sorry, turn this off.
It's all good.
just generally, like this event, we're trying to blow it we're trying to blow this not out of proportion, but blow it so far beyond your imagination that it touches every sense. When you walk in, the aesthetics, the colors, the art that's going to be on the walls, the art that's going to be on the floors, the artists themselves, that's just a visual. The sounds, our performers, off the walls. I mean, we're literally trying to touch all 5 senses and the 6th sense if you have one out there. So, I mean, I'm just getting too overwhelmed thinking about it, but I mean, we've been working so hard about this. I mean, this is dope. This is so dope.
It's cool. This is what it's about. Because, I mean, I don't know if you guys been on a web show to promote before this.
No, we've only been interviewed
Like
by OG
podcasts.
Husky Radio.
Yeah.
They, like I said, it's a blessing that they reached out.
Shout out to OG Husky.
Shout out to OG Husky.
OG Husky.
Yeah, we've been blessed to like go on that, and that was actually our first interview. So you can only imagine how nervous we were. Still nervous, but still getting kind of used to it.
No, I mean, I'm surprised that you guys are cool with the camera. That's one of the when the artists come on or the guests, it's more about the cameras. They're all extra nervous. You guys are natural. You guys are just chilling. Just
I eat like this for breakfast. This is my normal 24/7.
Okay.
There you guys go. You see, you guys getting a little bit of everything over here. You guys are getting info for Artifesto, and you're also getting to know Diego and Devin. And for you guys tuning in right now, after 20 minutes of not watching the Eskwilax Hour, this is 1:32, and we're just right here hanging out with Diego, Devin, and Joe. Joe's over there. Yeah, he's putting in work. Has he been with you guys for since day one?
This is actually his first year with us, and so he's been with us for a good couple of months. But it's one of those things where, like, when you feel that right energy, it's just, you feel that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
when you feel that type of vibe. So it's one of those things where, like, sometimes when you're barely working with someone and you don't even have to hesitate to like ask, or not ask, but like you don't even ask them for help, but they're the ones that are asking if you need help. That's something that's like, it's a small thing, but when you think about it, it's such a big thing. Like, we're so overwhelmed with doing so much that, like, when anyone offers any type of help or any type of assistance, it goes such a long way. I mean, so it's something that he has where he's offered to help us with events. He's offered to help us with art, and that's why he's here today. Like,
thank you.
Exactly.
There you go, putting in work.
And yeah, well, the next thing I was gonna talk about is what about those dope shirts? Like, how does that work? How do people get their hands on those?
So
and does it go to the cost to what you're doing?
Basically, yeah, it goes to fund for like the next event and for like just so to help this event grow. You get me? Because right now it's our first major event, and we're basically trying to use this event to like help us elevate that platform and help us grow from that. You get me? Because I mean,
we started a few promotions such as our merchandising T-shirts, a few maybe art giveaways, but that's all just to generate for the next biggest Artifesto event.
Exactly.
Essentially, anybody can be a part of it in any type of way. And I know it kind of comes off as intimidating because you're like, oh, how do I be a part of it? I want to. Where can I go? Just DM us. We'll find a place for you.
And if it takes a while, we apologize. We are handling like 80 people for this event, so we're like constantly communicating, so our apologies. But what I will say about the shirts is we are having a networking party at our headquarters on October 6th. You guys are all welcome to come through. You're all welcome to come through. Follow us on Artifesto if the link is on there. And we're going to be posting the flyer for it. You're welcome to come through. What we're going to do at that networking party is we're going to introduce 2 live performers. We're going to showcase one piece from each artist that's participating, so we're filling up the entire house, or headquarter, and then and we're just giving people to like have the chance to actually get to meet the artist prior to the festival, so that when that week of the festival comes through, you already know why you're going to this festival. Think of it
like an icebreaker. The network party is like an icebreaker. Meet the artists.
And all of this is on Instagram, right? This
is
available.
Yes, sir.
So make sure you guys follow them on Instagram. We can keep up is it October 14th?
October 14th is the event. The networking party is on the 6th. Oh, but with that being said, the reason why I even brought it up was we are going to exclusively sell these shirts. The only place you can get these shirts are at any of our events. What we're trying to do is, like I said, you have to be there to experience it. You have to be there to get it. So if you come to this networking party, you have a chance at getting this limited run of like Artifesto shirts. If you come to the event, you have a chance to like get a limited run of these shirts. But no other time will you
participation is required.
Exactly. So it's encouraging participation so that like we know that you truly support this type of stuff. You get me? Because anyone could easily just order something online. You get me? But a real supporter will go out of their way to go to this event to like experience it, so that when they're out rocking the shirt, they actually have some like backing to it. You get me? It's like
and then somebody will ask like, where do you get that?
Exactly.
And then you be like, you didn't go, so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Essentially, we're just trying to preserve the positive energy from it. So if you're a genuine person trying to come through, you know exactly where to get it and how to get it.
Exactly.
Like you were saying, anybody can buy anything online, but that doesn't show any allegiance or an affiliation with that group. You're just, oh, I came one show, that was cool, but we want you to come back. Come back. We got new artists, we got new stuff.
Exactly.
But do you guys have other ways of people getting merchandise, or that's just?
What we're doing is we're doing pre-sales, so you can get the shirts like online, but you have to pick them up at the location, at the event.
That's good.
You
That's
get me?
good.
It's it's constantly going back to making sure that you come to these things. You get me? Because like I said, it's easy to just buy it online. Like I can support 100 shops online, but when I'm there in person, it's more of a personal feel. You actually experience it. You actually have more value to it. And that's what I guess another major essence of what we're doing is value. We feel like a lot of things are thrown out there and created, but you don't feel that. You get me? You don't feel that the true value, the genuine value of things anymore, because we're living in such a like fast-paced environment.
It's already October, man.
Exactly. Damn, it's already October. But like we're living in such a fast-paced environment that like you look at your phone, you take a picture, cool, like that's it. But like if you do something differently where you actually value, like you do film, that's why I started tapping into film, where you take a shot and you take your time to develop it, you take your time to go to these places to make it happen. You value that way more. And that's something that like I feel like a lot of like normal days or modern days are lacking, is value. And that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Value to our artists, value to our performers, value to the events that we're doing, value to the efforts that we're making for the community. It's all value.
Inclusive.
I'm blabbering.
Inclusivity.
Feel free to stop me. I'm blabbering.
No, yeah, so that's good. You guys got the shirts. That way, like you said, they go over there, or the supporters go over there.
Exactly.
It's good. That way, even you guys see the faces that are out there for you guys.
I give you guys a hint. The more people that participate, the faster things can develop. You guys, I heard one of our friends, or one of my friends, were asking about hats. When are you guys selling hats? Well, we don't have a department for that yet, but the more people that know about the shirts, that's the step forward. It's a baby steps. They're all baby steps. And again,
it's all part of growth.
Any starting company, any starting foundation or organization is going to have its struggles in the beginning. But the more participation, the more community help we have, things just move quicker. They move so much quicker. If we all have a helping hand, things get done.
And so you guys we're also mentioning that this is actually, you guys are business partners.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So you guys are also, besides, it's art, but you guys are, you guys are running like a business, which is a good thing, right?
Essentially, yeah, that works in the sense of it gives us that legitimate platform. You get me? It's not a platform that'll I guess.
No. I mean, because I have a friend, he started out, like you said, he just, as an artist, but he actually went back to like college, and then he took business because he wanted to apply it to his art. And now he does a lot of work with the community and a lot of murals, and he does it under his company, which is why it's smart. That's why education is like, business and art, they go together. Like what I'm doing right now with the coffee shop, I'm first an artist, and then second, whatever else is I have my hands in. So when you guys were saying you guys started a business, because you guys started this year.
Yeah, actually
today. See, that's what I mean. Like you guys gotta celebrate that.
We got the official documentation.
We got officially documented.
No, I congratulate you.
Thank
As businessmen. Besides, like I said, yes, there's the art aspect of it, but also be proud of yourself that you own a business. That's
It's crazy, man.
I mean, when yeah, when I got the papers like you said, yeah, I'm like cool, like I own something, you know. It's like an awesome feeling. It's like yeah, you guys should be proud of you, everybody that works with you guys, because you know, it takes effort, it takes time, it takes passion to do all of this, any of this. And yeah, if you wouldn't have done it, you know, Artifesto wouldn't exist. It wouldn't be here. It would just be like, all right, you know, I should start something. I should do this. I should. But you guys took initiative, you know, you're doing it.
And I guess that should be one of the messages of the show. Take initiative, man.
Yeah. You want to be taken seriously.
What I learned the what if, basically, when you feel like you know you have an idea, but you're like, you don't really, you know, execute upon it or take initiative. It's like, what if I do? Think about that and then let that thought manifest. Bro, you're unstoppable. That's all it is. Right. What if? That's all it is. Because if we didn't take initiative, if we didn't ask, what if we decide to make this into a business, we wouldn't even be here right now. So like
exactly. Yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to say, but you know me, I kind of stumble on my words.
Sorry,
whoever watches, they know the show. They know how I go. But they, as you guys said, they understood what I was trying to say. But yeah, congratulations, man. You guys.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Likewise, man. You know the feeling, so congrats too, dude.
Yeah. No, well, I mean, we're like, it's like you were saying, we're having tough times right now next door. But even that, you know, I know that it's something that I've done before. Just like you guys have done these events before, so it's like it becomes natural. It becomes
second nature.
Yeah, exactly. It's beautiful. And now that that's what you were mentioning, managing like 80 different people for this event, you know, that's not easy. That's not easy. That's right.
Yeah,
that's
man,
right.
but like I said, we know what this event means, not just to us, but to the people that are participating. So that's why, even if it's 80 people that we're managing, it's worth it. It's all worth the lack of sleep. It's worth how many energy drinks we're drinking and shit. Like it's all worth it, because at the end of the day, once the day comes, even though we're gonna be running around like chickens with our heads cut off, we're gonna know that we basically took it upon ourselves to make this happen. You get me? And I think that's what's beautiful about it. It's that passion that makes you just do it, and like you don't feel tired from it. You get me?
Yeah, because it's a different purpose.
Yeah.
You know that the purpose is just it's bigger than yourself. It's for the community.
Exactly.
And make sure if you guys are watching this or follow on Instagram, you know, say congratulations. It's a good feeling to be proud of what you've accomplished or you've worked on. I don't know how long you guys been having this. You know, we're gonna make this into a business, make this into, you know, take action upon these thoughts. And
still in disbelief. Awesome. Thank you. You're like making it kick into reality. So thank you.
No, I mean it's important to acknowledge one's accomplishments.
No, it is like when you're in the midst of it, you don't take the time to recognize what you're doing and get to celebrate your accomplishments because you're wrapped up in it. If you're always doing something and you finish this only to hop on to the next task, you go, I forgot to celebrate.
Exactly.
Don't forget to celebrate the little moments to keep you going.
Message.
Celebrate the little success.
Yeah, and it's okay. I mean, doesn't make you a different person. It's just okay. That's
that means
cool.
You love yourself. That means
exactly.
you support yourself, because your biggest supporter is you at the end of the day. Remember that.
That's right. That's right. And it's like you gotta pat yourself on the shoulder even when nobody's watching. And this is what they're saying, like with their event. You know, they had the ideas, and then they could have been what if, but then now this is happening on October 14th, right?
Yeah.
What time does it start that day?
It starts at 5. The doors open at 5, and it closes at 10.
5 to 10,
5
guys.
5 hours of goodness. Amazing.
If you're there,
goodness.
you're there.
And if
you
you're not,
make it, too bad.
Then you're going to hear your friends talk about it.
There you go. What about, how often are you guys going to...
We're trying to do, like, how many?
It's
just depending on the venue, really, and like what we're doing. Yeah.
After the success of this event coming up, we'll be able to gauge where we can go, what community or what city we can go afterwards, depending on the people, the networks we made, the connections we made, the revenue we created at the event. It's all just, again, at the beginning of any company, you're just kind of seeing how things go. You can't plan too far ahead because you either never done this before, or two, you have to gauge the success of a big event that you just put on. So essentially, we're trying to have this at least once a month, But if not, we're more than that.
Oh no, I'm not trying to have it once a month, man.
Oh,
I'm
once-
trying to have it like
At least a networking
No,
party
I
for us
used-
to
Oh,
come
the networking
through.
parties and all that, yeah. But like festivals like these, we feel like they deserve the time that.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. The big
So I'm
events like
once
these,
a month, kinda
yeah.
help me.
No, if you want it to be
Hey,
as
you got
dope as
passion,
this,
you got
we need
passion,
a,
man. Why not?
You're right. But it's one of those things where like, and I love art walk. Don't get me wrong, I love
Oh,
art
yeah,
walk.
yeah,
But like,
yeah.
you know how sometimes it happens every month that people eventually like take it for granted. You get me? Where it's like,
Yeah, they
oh, it's
do.
gonna happen next month. I can miss this one. It's like, no, we want to make it to the point where like, this only happens certain amount of times. So it's to the point where you don't want to miss it.
Yeah, it's like Devin said, exclusivity. Just
exactly.
you're there, you're not there, you missed it. Wait till 6 months later.
I guess early announcement
pull a
we
Frank
can make,
Ocean
I
on you.
guess, is here. Hold up. Yeah. Okay. Early announcement we can make is after this event in October, we will be doing more events we will be sponsoring other events like in the community by providing artists or providing assistance, coordinating events like these just to like help the community grow. Another thing that we're doing is we're actually partnering up with some of our biggest supporters and also bands that perform, which is Shidu, and who else is in there? Shidu, Adam S, Lovecast. There are a lot of local bands that are growing, and so much love to you guys. But we're actually coordinating something with them before the year ends. It's going to be big. It's music-based, and so any music acts, if you guys want to hit us up, we will be making music calls out so that we can like emphasize on every aspect of culture. Like this is mainly emphasized on art for the most part, but it also has little subcultures within
Little
it.
nuances.
But this next event that we're doing is going to be like mostly based on music. You get me? To emphasize on all the music in the community. And so I guess that's the announcement we can make about what's coming after this event. But for the time being, this is where we're putting all our eggs in.
No, well, that's good. That's good. You got to focus on one. I mean, again, you guys are managing a lot of people, and that's not easy to do. But I don't know if you guys saw on the screen, there was like a flyer. You guys sent us like, I think 4 images,
like 30 to 40 images, right?
Yeah. Well, these are just a couple of them.
Yeah, these are a couple of the artists. Because what we're doing is we're featuring the artists, we're featuring the vendors, we're featuring the live performers. But what we're also going to be doing that we do every year when we do this event is we invite muralists to basically paint the entire venue top to bottom. And so that's what we're featuring as well. Like this right here is Look at Art. He's going to be a featured muralist, and he's going to be painting the inside of the venue, and it's only going to be showcased at this venue. After that, it's a wrap. Like, you can't catch this. You can't catch this mural. You can't catch all this work. That's it. And so, yeah.
I won't tell you what it is, but we will have a few special surprises at the event. One being which is a live installation. I won't say who, I won't say what, but it's something you do not want to miss. We worked really hard on this one.
Better not miss it, guys. Better not miss it.
I feel like we need the Jeopardy music in the background while you're talking about that. But yeah, man. Well, that's it, dude. That's we can go on for days about this, honestly, because that's how much stuff is in this. But it's like, nah, we'd rather you guys like check it out.
Yeah. That's why we picked only a few images too to show. That way,
Hey, Desi.
that way you guys, they have to go. You guys have to go and check it out. You have
Exactly.
to go experience it.
Go get inspired. Go support the community, guys. Go be part of the community.
See something you never seen before.
Exactly.
And I mean that way, like you guys are here, they know who you guys are. So if you guys go to the show, you know where the funds are going to, and then, they're going to like entrepreneurs that just started, today, well, officially.
Yeah.
And they're not going to like a big corp that doesn't care about artists or the artist community or the community itself out there, but to just sorry, I get lost in my words.
It's all good.
But
we have a beautiful mind. It's okay to get lost in it sometimes.
But yeah, just to actual people, I guess that's the simplest way I can put it. Like, it's not going to any corporation that's just going to take it and flip it and, take it out of the neighborhood. Because it's like you guys were saying, people are asking, why don't you do hats or why don't you do this, keychains or something like that. But it's more like, first, you have to like they have to come and fund the shirts. That's the only
Exactly.
way that you're gonna be able to go to the next step, and to the next step, because whatever with their purchase, do you guys are you guys gonna say how much the entrance or?
Oh, the entrance is $5 at the door. $5 for like all of this, dude. Yeah, $5 at the door.
Wow, I was
For,
expecting like $40 or something.
Oh
No,
no, we're trying to make it as accessible as we can to the
Exactly.
community.
That was
$5. You
intentional.
guys.
$5, yo. And if you
That's-
if you come with a costume, because it is October, if you come with a costume, I will give you goodies. Like I will give you something tight as like a thank you for coming through with a freaking costume. Thank you
Or
for being in the
spec-
Halloween
This
spirit.
for $5?
This
Yeah.
you cannot find
don't take that for
anything
granted,
right?
like
Yeah,
this
it's like-
for $5.
That's-
You won't find any type of event for $5.
That's a lot,
Food,
yeah.
art, live installations, the list goes on. Oh my god.
Oh, go
Let me
ahead.
calm
go
down.
ahead.
Let me calm down.
It's okay.
No, it's cool. It's cool. No, go ahead. No. Yeah, no, $5. Yeah, no, I honestly, because I like I said, a lot of it, I had my hosts do the research, but unfortunately they didn't make it today.
It's all good.
But I had Marco go, and he didn't post the price, so that's why I wanted to ask.
Yeah, $5.
And I was like, yeah, it's gonna be like $30.
It's a
which-
foot long, which isn't even $5.
Yeah, and I was like, damn.
No tax after that.
Exactly, no tax at the door.
So you guys better make it.
Exactly,
Honestly.
because I feel like there should be no reason why not to make this something like this. And like I said, the caliber of artists that we have in here and everything that's participating, it's such a beautiful thing that like, it's even more beautiful when you guys are part of it.
Especially after you leave the event, you can say, "Whoa, that was dope. I gotta tell my
Exactly.
friends."
I haven't even been there, and I'm already feeling like this energy, you know, like all these artists, like
I see the chills.
the flyers that you guys sent us, just these images, just I don't know, they need to be there. That's all I'm saying. Artifesto, October.
Artifesto 2017. Like I said, we've been doing this for a while, but like
right.
this is finally like our like coming out thing. You get me? Like we're finally branding it, finally establishing it, and getting ready for it to finally like grow.
Present it
its
to you
potential.
guys.
No, and it's good. You're able to share this for right now. You know that entrance fee.
Yeah.
Which is
Are you still like?
yeah. I
I
mean, to
mean,
me,
House
that's
parties aren't
I
even
mean,
that
if
cheap.
we charge more, do we like let you
no,
know?
it's
or
like
not
for
just
you,
kidding?
it's like for you to put so much effort and passion into this.
Mhm.
You know, usually people will be like, yeah, it's like $40-$30 just because all this.
And that's the whole thing. We're not trying to get rich off of this event. We're not trying to get paid off of this event. We're trying to show you guys that it's not about the money. It's
And
not
also
about
show
us
you, yeah,
blowing
there's so
up.
much potential, dude. Seriously.
It's literally putting on a show and an image for the community, for you guys. This is for you guys. We saw a need and we tried to fill it. We took the initiative to fill it. We're not going to overcharge or blow it out of proportion and put it on stock for $300. That's not the point. That's not the intention. We're trying to have this lasting longer than the average company that you see pop up and then it dies out.
Exactly.
And
it's a
they
festival.
leave, they take all the
Exactly.
funds
Like they
somewhere
got what
else.
they wanted, they're out. It's like no, we're here
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
long run because we know that like, and that's what comes with expanding. You get me?
Exactly.
Like we know what our motto is basically transcending limits through arts and culture, one community at a time, right? And
Exactly.
so that's what we're trying to do, and that's when it goes back to what Devin said in the beginning, where we're trying to build with the community, not on the community. Because if you think about it, there are like these businesses that like, oh yeah, we're with the arts, but then you see them dip as soon as they made what they wanted to make, and they push you out once they got what they wanted. That's the shitty part. You get me?
That's the sad part.
And
about
so
it.
that's when we're here to like change that and flip the script and show that like there is a way to like, you know, grow with the community without having to feel this like need of like, oh, well, I got what I wanted, I'm done. That's it. You know?
Transparency, like
Transparency, there you go, thank you.
essentially you come through the doors, you're treated as if you're already a member. You get access to the people we know, the networks we have. If you have something that you want to expose and express, talk to us. We have the connections, we have the tools, we have the resources.
And that's what
we
we're
have
here
camera
for.
crews, we have oh man, the list goes on.
Live artists,
We have
illustrators,
live art-
performers,
like
designers.
everything, like
a,
we
a
everything.
bit of everything. Every essence
We
of
c-
art and music and culture is what we have, and we're still striving to get more resources. But what we hope to do is, in the long run, be that one-stop shop where if you need
Exactly.
help with something in terms of art, you can contact Artifesto, and we will help you make that happen. So that's that's one of
awesome.
our main goals, to like grow, transcend through every single community that we can. Like right now, we're in the works of having something in Vegas and having something in San Francisco and in Seattle. We're like really trying to expand. Even in El Paso, Texas, shout out to Jam, El Paso, Texas with Dream Chasers Club. Like we really want to like go out there and like push this, you get me? And we even want to bring some of the artists that are from LA to go over there so that they can network and mingle and just expand, because we feel like those opportunities aren't given, you get me? And we understand that people do have to work for these opportunities, but we're trying to just make sure that when people are working for this and they're like striving to succeed, they know that they have a foundational resource to go to for it. God, I'm blabbering. Please cut me off.
That's essentially it. We're trying to make
so
that.
that's what we want to do. It's just because me as an artist, the reason why I started coordinating events when I was 17 and like fucking homeless and shit was because, I'm sorry, I'm over here cursing, my bad, bleep that.
Oh, this is the web, man. You can curse, you can fuck shit.
And censor, no community censorship.
Basically, what happened is I was 17, I was showcasing a downtown LA art walk, and I love it. I love it. It's so much happening. It's art, basically art manifesting, you get me? With throughout the streets. It's a beautiful thing. But what sucks is I paid $50 to showcase 2 pieces on one wall, and then you're told that, yeah, there's thousands of people at this event. You're going to, yeah, it's going to be awesome. Dude, I was there standing in front of my wall. Not even one person said what's up to me. And it was one of those moments where I was like, dude, this sucks. Like, I know I can create something like this in my community with people that I know support this type of stuff, genuinely support it, and they don't see it as a gimmick. You get me? And so if I can create something and kind of like grow with like the people that I know that generally love and support art and culture in every essence of the word, why don't I? You get me? And then bam, 17 years old, coordinated the first event, and it just blossomed from there. It just became something beautiful. Yeah, it's had its ups and downs, but it's one of those things where everything has that. You get me?
Were you both 17 when you started this?
No, I was. I met him 2 years ago in college, 3 years ago. Damn,
so it was just originally by yourself.
Yeah, like the beginning.
You had your team, yeah.
No, the beginning, like, of course, I had help from everyone, but I'm a very stubborn man. I will admit that. Not a lot of men do, because that pride is gonna kill you. But it's one of those things where I'm very stubborn, so when people would offer help, I'd always be like, no, I know how I want it to happen. That's like the technical artist thing. I know how I want it to happen. I'm just gonna make it happen. You get me? And so that was that. But other than that, as it kept growing, kept meeting more people, more artists, and then eventually I stumbled upon him in college, and it's just one of those things that it clicked.
I was the type of dude that when I see something, if I don't know how to do it, but I see room for it to grow, I gotta touch it. I gotta find out who's in charge. How do I get a part of it? How can I help this thing grow? I met Diego. I saw how dope the what was the first one? Full Circle.
Full Circle.
One of the first shows I met Diego at was one of his festival events, Full Circle, about 2-3 years ago. And I'm looking at everything in the whole entire room, and I'm like, this is dope. Who's behind this? And I see little old Diego in the back.
Geeky ass kid. Hi. What's up, man?
I said, yo, man, I'm Devin. What's good? What do you do? What's the deal? He's like, well, I'm just doing this. I've been doing it for a minute. I said, well, how can I be a part of this?
And damn,
the rest was history.
And there you go. That goes back to the first question about like how can people participate. It's that easy. Like Devin just like hit me up, asked me how can I be part of this, and it was that simple. And now he's my business partner, and it's beautiful.
That's dope. So right now we're getting close to 5, which means we have to say goodbye for now. And I'm pretty sure I'll be at the event, and the whole Eskwilax team will be at the event. But before we go, or you guys want to say any last words regarding the event, regarding you as yourselves, your company, your new business?
All right, when you show up, all right, check it out. When you get to the event, there are going to be raffles. I will not tell you what we're giving away, but it's something that can't be replaced. It's very priceless, but we will be doing raffle drawings during the event. Diego may touch on it, but I'm just. Oh, he's not touching it. Okay, you're just gonna have to come there. You're just gonna have to show up and see what we're talking about.
Exactly.
But they gotta be there.
But yeah.
Keep going?
No, I would talk forever, so go ahead.
All right, cool. Well, the only, I guess, the exit message that I leave on is, first off, I guess, shameless promoting. Artifesto, feel free to follow us if you guys are interested in participating, if you guys want to show up to the event, if you guys want more info. I'm pretty sure they have the links on there. But I guess the exit statement would probably be that all of this happening and all of these events and all of this like effort being made cannot be fully made without the effort of you guys. You get me? Like the participants, the artists, the vendors, the sponsors, every single person that's helping us put this together, it will not happen without you guys. You get me? It's all a community effort, and so that's what we're here for. We're by the community, for the community. So we just want to thank you guys for all the support. Thank you guys for all the love, because
Thank
without
you
you
guys.
guys, we wouldn't be here. You get me? And we're doing this for you guys. So at the end of the day, it's just, yeah, that's all it is.
It
yeah.
starts with you
It
guys.
starts
Yeah,
with
you have
guys. So.
any shout outs? You want to shout out everybody that
Okay.
you can remember?
I didn't
right
bring
now?
my list, but
There's
no,
the-
go
no,
ahead,
no,
go
I'm
ahead,
going
go
to admit
ahead.
there is a big list of people who have been helping us in every single essence. Like if we can, like what sponsors, what
eggshell
stickers, Stella Graphics, Colors in LA, Reed's
out,
Ginger
shout
Ale.
out.
They're going to be giving out free drinks.
Secret Whoop.
That's right.
Who else? Crap, I'm losing it.
DJ Brit.
You guys, Eskwilax, thank you guys once
yeah,
again
yeah,
for the
yeah, no worries,
opportunity.
no worries, no
OG
worries. That's
Husky
what we're here
Radio.
for.
There's so many people we can shout out, but at the end of the day, it's just like I said, we're just gonna shout out everyone in general in the community who feels us, who genuinely loves what's happening. Because you guys, like I said, you guys are the reason why we keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me and so that's the biggest shout out, you guys, and then I just point dramatically at the
Shout
camera.
out to our
You
sponsors.
guys.
That's right. All right,
That's about
guys.
it. Thank you guys. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, no. Anytime that you guys have another one coming up, just hit us up. We're right here. We work the same way you do. You hit us up. We'll tell you what day, what time, what you got to bring us. Nah, just
Yeah,
joking.
there you go.
But
Pan dulce.
Exactly.
But I guess in terms of info, Artifesto, October 14th, 5 to 10 p.m. The first 50 to 100 people get so much free stuff, from free prints, free stickers, and other free goodies. Other than that, they also get free drinks. And yeah, be there or be square, or be there or hear
be
your
square.
friends talk about it. And
In their Snapchats, their Instagrams, and you wishing, oh man, I wish I was tagged in that photo.
exactly.
all right. Well,
All right,
right
guys.
now, Marco's going to take us into commercial in a bit. And
Alrighty, guys.
again, thank you guys.
Thank you guys for having us.
Thank you.
No. That's what we're here for. That's what the Eskwilax Hour is here for, to share local events, issues, anything goes.
Then also, I'm so sorry. I know you're trying to wrap it up. And shout out to Joe for coming through, coming to Live Paint, taking time out of this day. We appreciate that. So shout out to you. But yeah.
All right, Marco, you want to put the commercial on for a second?
dices, carnal?
On the track.
This is your world, your creation. It's your world, your creation.